Hello, hello, everybody. So great to see you. Those of you coming in on the live, hello. Those of you watching later, I really do appreciate you coming in and having a little nose at what I'm going to get up to today. So I've had sitting on my shelf Petal Park for a little while, and I've actually got what's the word I want? A product-based class coming up in March, so I need to design some projects for it. So because I've been kind of like sitting on it, I've not actually had chance to play with it yet. And because I broke into Sentimental Park yesterday, I thought, oh, it'd be nice to actually play with those two together. They're a great little stamp set. So, two great stamp sets. So hello Valerie, hello Pamela. Pamela first in today. Bev, lovely to see you. Hi Jane, Tracy, Shaz, Jan, Serene, Georgiana, Elizabeth, Deborah, nice to see you. Hi Melissa, hello. Now the other Tracy, and Margaret, and Joanna, hello. Right, I've already got some stamps here on my desk. I'm going to grab a piece of, I think I'm going to go for vanilla. And you'll see why in a second. When I show you the colours that I've chosen, you'll understand. Hello, Miss Sheila. Nice to see you. Okay, let's get the desk view on. There we go. Just move my camera. Right, so I'm just going to show you the colours that I've chosen. I've got Cajun Craze, Calypso Coral, Petal Pink, Soft Succulent, Mint Macaron and Soft Suede. And I just felt that these were kind of nice warmish tones there. So I decided to go with very vanilla. Just trying to get my... Actually, it's easier if I put that straight for me and then move my camera. There we go. That's better. Hello, Ellen. Hello, Monica. Hi, Shaz. Nice to see you. Hi, Nessa. Right, I think I probably will need several blocks out for this because it's a lot of stamps. Laura stamps. So grab a few out there. Okay, I've got my block mountain to the side of me. So let's have a look at Petal Park. It consists of some flowers, but they kind of are supposed to nestle in between the leaves, and there's a fabulous flower punch that will punch out those flowers. We're not going to be doing any of that today. So let's stay. So let's have a look at this then. Oh, I will have to get my stamping mats out because it's photopolymer. Stamp sniff, gotta do the stamp sniff. And I am intrigued to see how these kind of work together. So let's just grab that one. So the flowers can actually be used together because they obviously do work well together. Ooh, is that how it sits? Ooh, nice. Wowee. Yeah, I think that is the way to stamp it. All right, I am intrigued to know whether or not I'm actually going to do some stamp surgery on these eventually. I'm going to see how it works first, and then go for it if maybe I do. Oh, Shaz has got 27 bubble lamps. Cute. Right, so do we think leaves first or stamps first? What do you think? So when you've got a piece that's very kind of, you see how this is kind of, you've got thin bits and thick bits, just be very mindful when you're pulling it off from your plastic sheet. Just be very careful because that, obviously that there and there is your weakest point. So be very, very careful. And then to try and shape this on your block, you may find that a bit tricky. So what I tend to do is just throw it onto my paper, and normally it just lands kind of how it's meant to be. and then I put a block over. Ooh, dirty block. Ew. Let's go for another block. Then, ta-da! There we go. Picks that up beautifully. Ooh, I've just spotted these gorgeous leaves. Ooh, so Monica's bought 2. Oh, that does make sense. That does make sense, Monica. Yeah. Now, okay, so I'm kind of wondering whether to actually stamp the leaves first, because those are like the biggest aspect of these. Hi, Georgiana. Is that Vicky I've just seen come in? Hello, Miss Vicky. So I'm just going to kind of do an all-over design. I'm not going to try and overthink this. Although I've ended up going in a diagonal line, haven't I? Kind of mixing, kind of turning as I go. All right. That's kind of cute. So now I've got Calypso coral here. And I'm just going to very gently ink that up because it's quite a juicy ink pad, this. And then try and figure out how on earth I'm meant to line this up. Is that right? I think that's right. That looks there like the space for the flower. I'm going to go for that. Yeah, okay. Let's try that again. So that petal there. Yeah, okay, we'll try that. We'll go with that. It's one of those things that you kind of, it's okay to experiment. Doesn't matter if it's not precise. Okay. Obviously, because I've stamped so many leaves, there may be some going into some of the other leaves, but that's okay. You're all shouting at me, telling me which way to do it. Hi Lane, hi Lisbeth, hi Miss Glenna. Nice to see you. Okay, I can live with that. So then we have the second layer. Come on. Going to do the same again. Pick it up. I'm going to go with soft succulent this time, which is slightly darker than mint macaron, I think. And this has got dotage. already built in. I think someone at Stampin' Up has been like listening to me. That's what it feels like anyway. Okay, so that one goes over there, that one goes over there. I'm not sitting over the top of this, I am sitting side on, so it's not going to be perfect, but that's okay. I can live with that. So I'm lining up that leaf, and then I'm kind of like, my eye is then going over here to line up. Oh, nearly dropped it. That one, I'm going for it. Okay, that wasn't perfect either, but never mind. So if you've never attempted a stamped, like a whole stamped one sheet wonder, I would suggest you just do a half sheet to start and see how that goes. So I'm using an A4 size piece of cardstock, which is our standard size cardstock here in the UK. I know some parts of the world you have 8.5 by 11. Oh, so that one looked good, but that one's a bit meh. Okay, fine. So some people prefer to stamp the dark first and then fill it in with the light. That's absolutely fine. Okay, that's lush. It's added a whole lovely layer of texture to the flowers. Nice. Oh, I think that was one of my best ones. Oh no, it's not. Oh dear. Oh well. Oh, hi Janice. Nice to see you. So I've had, well, I wouldn't say I've had a lazy day. I've been very fortunate that I had a friend message me a few days ago. She's a teacher, so she only gets school holidays off, and so we don't get to see each other that often. So she said, oh, do you want to meet up for a coffee? So I was like, yeah. So we went to our local garden centre, which is always nice to have a little mooch around. Nice. They sell clothes and candles and kitchenware. What else do they sell? Gifts, pets, plants, seeds, compost, shoes, very comfy shoes. I did try on a pair of little boot things, but no, I didn't buy anything. And what else do they sell? Gosh, nearly everything. Although I was a little bit disappointed. They do have an arts and crafts section, and I noticed that they've removed the section where they used to sell all the individual like tubes of paint. They obviously weren't making enough money, and they're just selling acrylics in kits now, so you have to buy a whole set, which is a bit frustrating because I desperately need more white acrylic paint, but of course they're not selling it. And I also like to support local shops, so it means I'm going to have to either go further afield or I'm going to have to order it in. So there we go. Right, so left on my sheet I've got all these lovely little sort of individual pieces. That's like a triple leaf, and that then there's triple flower. So I can see here that I have actually got lots of space to be putting more flowers, and so I might now turn to the other colour that I grabbed out. I've got pale papaya here. Yep. Stay. Coidy dinners, I suspect. Yes, you're quite right. Yeah, Coidy. Went to Coidy. Or Charlie's, we call it. Yeah. So the garden centre that I'm referring to was started as a, apparently, so local folklore tells me that it was started a gentleman just had a market stall, and his name was Charlie. And then it grew, the business grew and grew and grew until he then had various stores. So actually the university town, my university town, we had a Charlie's there. Then there's a Charlie's stores in so there's Aberystwyth, which is on the coast, then Newtown, which is mid Wales, and then my town, Welshpool. We all have Charlie's, and I don't know if there's one anywhere else. Shaz might be able to tell me. She lives in mid Wales as well. So, hi Patricia. To be honest, Vicky, I don't think they will. The fact that they're not stocking it means they probably weren't making enough money. So if I asked them to do that, they'd probably have to order in like 12 tubes at a time or something. And I don't think they're gonna want to do that. It's like, not like, you know, you go there and you meet the owner type thing. It's quite a big store. So management have probably made some sort of decision on it. So. Oh, it's fabulous, Elizabeth. Yeah, so my husband and I have this sort of long-running joke, and forgive me if you've heard me say this before on my channel. So when it first opened, it was a bit of a sort of joke that we used to say that you couldn't find the way out. Like, you could come in because the entrance is not the same as the exit area. So you come in one way, then you kind of like weave yourself around, and then there's the cafe, of course, then there's the children's play area, and then there's the garden bit, and then there's the book bit, then the pets and the crafts. So you kind of like meander through this whole store, and then you get to the tills. But we used to joke that it was really hard to figure out where you were meant to go and pay and get back out. Because, of course, they want you to spend as much time as possible in the whole store. And because it becomes a bit of an event, you know, going to the store. So one day, this was early on when it first opened, we were at the cafe, and sadly, an old gentleman had passed out. I mean, I'm sure he was fine, but anyway, he was passed out on the floor, and you know, they were putting coats on him and calling the paramedics or whatever. And so I think Tom probably said, because Tom's a bit naughty, he said, "Oh dear, he probably spent so many days here, he's passed out. You know, he couldn't find his way out." So that's our little running joke that that we say that you can't find your way out of the store. So you end up living there, basically. It's a bit like, you know, that Tom Hanks film, Airport, you know, where he gets stuck in the airport. So, oh, this is such a nice stamp. Oh, it's a great little filler. I don't know why I held off from using it. I think I was trying to save it to film a thank you video, but I've given in tonight. I'm just like, you know what, I just want to use it. So these little flowers are very reminiscent of forget-me-nots. I think they would look gorgeous in blue. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Right, I love that. I'm funny enough, I haven't even touched Sentimental Park, and I'm actually quite keen if I can get away with just using this stamp set, just to show you how versatile it is. I'd love to just, yeah, do a really lovely one-sheet wonder to say, look, you can do it with just one. So, right, where's that little ickle block gone? Oh, is it gone? I'm sure I got it out. Oh, it's a little bit cold in here today, and I haven't put my big warm jumper on. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Just move this aside. Okay, so I've got my little leaf here. I think I might just do this in soft sand, because just to add a different colour. Top right flowers. Oh, thank you. Just have to ignore my... Oh, there's one there as well. So there is a right way and a wrong way to these. So the way I'm doing it is I'm trying to look for the smallest flower and then lining that up. There we go. It's not too tricky, that one, actually. Hello, Nina. Right. So I just want to sort of fill in some of this space because, and the great thing about having a little individual one is that you can put it anywhere you want. So I'm like, ooh, look, I want to fill some of these gaps and do some second generational stamping, which I haven't been able to do just yet, which I'm sure I could do it, I just haven't done it. Oops, no, missed that one. Okay. Let's see if I can hide some of these boo-boos up here in this corner. With these smaller stamps, it's very easy to just kind of pop it into the ink pad and think that you've inked it properly, but just be mindful of making sure the whole area of the stamp touches the ink pad before you apply it to the paper, because I've done that many a time where I think I've inked it up and I haven't. So just be aware of your hand movements and being quite precise to make sure you do pick up that ink. So I'm loving that I can just kind of fill up these areas. Also, when you go to press down, try and make sure you... And that's why I tend to use my finger from my other hand to push down gently to make sure that it makes contact with the paper. Okay, that's cute. I like that. Just going to set that aside for a sec. And, so this is the line art one now to go at the top. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're welcome, Jake. Hi, Jake. Nice to see you. Oh. Before anyone thinks that Jake is being my stalker, Jake is the son of one of my downline. So. Have you enjoyed your half term, Jake? Oh, you're getting a hello from Glenna from Canada there. So just for fun, so Jake can see where everyone is in the world, could you just type the name of the country that you're in? And let's see if Jake can count how many countries are represented here tonight. That would be fun, wouldn't it? So just the name of the country. I would say do flag emojis, but they don't always work on certain devices. So let's not do that. I mean, you could do one as well if you want to, just in case it does work. But yeah, just do countries. This is such a lovely stamp. It's line art, but it's slightly incomplete. So rather than like full on line art, it gives it a bit of a kind of realistic sense, you know, because veins on a leaf are not always complete, are they? They, you know, have things. Oh, we've got lots of Aussies. Lots of Aussies in the house. Ah, so we've got... Right, you might have to write a list, Jake, of all the different countries you can see. Hi, Rose. All right, this is a cute little one as well, but I want to just use it to fill in some of these little spaces that I've got here. Kind of looking for the white space and like around here. A cloudy Maui. Oh no. Are you expecting rain, Barb? Oh no, what have I stepped on? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Don't need to do that. Oh, that was better. You found your flag. Oh. Oh, look. 2 more stamps left on here. Nearly there. You had snow. Yeah, I saw Miss Cindy had snow. Cindy Nielsen. She had snow today as well. I was just going to see what this looks like with the, by putting this second generational one on. Not second generation. Second step stamping. So this would be known as a 2-step stamping stamp set, because you get 2 elements for each design. Although technically the flowers and the leaves, that would be 4 steps by the time you put all that together. But you don't have to use them that way, and I can completely see why Monica wanted to buy a second set to cut up, because it's a bit, would be a bit more versatile to use cut up. So again, I'm not being super perfect about lining it all up. I'm not being a perfectionist on this one. Just getting it roughly in place. Right, have I missed any? Oh, that's there. I know I've still got a few spaces, but I'm hoping the dottage is going to come in handy for that one. So look at this little ickle dottage. Oh my goodness, there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots or dots. Dots. Tiny weeny weeny. So I definitely want to go back in and just fill some of these little sort of areas of white, or clear, very vanilla I should say. And so I'm deliberately getting my eye to pick up sort of areas that I feel need a little bit more love and attention. It's very easy to over push in the ink pad with these tiny stamps. You do have to just go gently, because if you over push you get over ink, and then if you over push onto your cardstock you end up with a splotch that you might not want. So I'm doing these little dots in soft suede, which is the darkest brown out of all of the ones that I'm using tonight. We have other browns. We have Early Espresso, which is a darker one than this, but not on the table tonight. The dottage. Just needs a little bee flying around, doesn't it, honeybee Tashana? There we go, look at my boo-boo up there. Just ignore that bit. Dottage makes the world go round, the world go round. You dottage my life like a sun in the morning. Is that the word? I can't quite remember the words for that one, but anyway, I'm making it up. You know what song I'm singing. Well, I quite enjoyed doing that. Really did. Such a sweet, sweet set. Really is. Okay, so should we start another one? Have I got time for another one? Oh, this is one of my I've pre-scored this to make a bag. Should I do that today? I could do that. So I don't know if you can see the score lines, but anyway, I can see them. I know they're there. So then we've got these additional wee flowers. Oh, and this bigger one here. So this definitely has has sentiments in it, whereas the other one doesn't. But also nice flowers that team up really well. So let's do some first and second generation stamping. Oh, see, didn't ink that one properly. So let's pretend I did. Let's cover that up. Okay, that'll do for that one. And that's the outer. Hello, Lark. Your first time here, recommended by another crafter. Well, you're super welcome. Where are you from in the world, roughly? Don't give away too much information. And who has sent you this way? You're very welcome. Oh, missed that one. Oh, you got snow and ice earlier. Oh, Lisa, I used soft succulent. Yes, so that's one of the colours that's going to be leaving us. Thank you for that reminder. So yes, if you're a big fan of soft succulent, of evening evergreen, polished pink, what else? Oh, the pale papaya. Yep, that's retiring as well. Then make sure that you have your re-inkers ordered, because they are not going to be with us for much longer, as they do tend to sell out quite fast. As soon as people realise, ooh, they're going, they do sell out. So I'm kind of going down the not stamping the leaves with the flowers route right now, just to have I missed one. Have a little play with the capabilities of the flowers. Just enjoying how they work together, because yeah. Right, I'll just bring the Cajun Craze back for a second for these ones. Okay, and then I've got the outline, so I'm going to put Calypso away before I start confusing myself and stamp that over the top of these. Ooh, they look amazing. Oh, Stampin' Up have totally knocked it out the park with this stamp set. It is lush. If you love your florals, this is a good one. And I think what I like is that there's different shapes and sizes. Well, you know, there's a cluster here with a little weird berry thing. Oh, I did that full strength. Oh well. And you've got a cluster, then you've got a large one. So it's not like you've got the same size throughout. You've got lots of different sizes, which I do like. Right, so put that away for a sec. Right, I want to use some of the pale peach for these little ones again. I know I used this one before, so pale papaya, but I'm just going to stamp a whole rock of these here and there. And I don't think I'm actually going to stamp the outlines for this one. I just want to enjoy their frothiness and just get them on. And because I'm stamping at such a speed, I've got too many to do the outlines for, so I'm not going to do it. But what I may do is use the outlines with the same colour. Oh, it's already on a block. I'm just going to clean up what I used it for earlier and just put some line ones in, just for a bit of fun. Look at that. So I'm not trying to line them up at all. I'm just stamping my little heart out. Putting those on. There we go. I knew. Oh, that's interesting. Pretty Peacock is returning. Oh, you're hoping they keep fresh freesia. Oh, yeah. It is a pretty one. Yeah, that one's going too, isn't it? Just stock up, Shaz. You'll be fine. Another pack of the card and a new re-inker. That'll keep you going for a few years. Okay, I like that. You have been Ruth enabled. Barbara Sellers. Okay, that's it. I'm going to order this. Do you want me to pull your arm behind your back as well? It's like, that's it. I give up. All right, so now this is where I do have a problem. I do have a problem with this leaf here. I do, because I don't want that stem sticking out of it. It's going to be very hard to do surgery on this stamp. I mean, can I ink it up partially? Oh, I don't want the stem either. That bit there. I'm just going to end up with very inky fingers. Not going to do this too many times. That'll do. That'll do. Until I figure out a way of cutting that in a satisfactory manner. Hi, Paula. You see an unsurgical procedure. It's time for stamp surgery. I know, but not at this time of night. And yeah, I'm gonna have to have very, very. Oh, just re-ink that, but never mind. Okay. But what I could do is just add some little leaves here and there with this, just for a bit of fun. There we go. Well, there we go. Right, so far, what have I used? Oh, I've used mainly that one and a bit of that one. Okay, where are the little leaves I was using? Oh, there's one. Okay, and where's the other one gone? Oh, there it is. Okay, so I've got the two little leaves. So let's tuck those in here and there. Right, there we go. Hello, Cindy Fox Taylor. Nice to see you. All right, I'm going to take that off because I need to be able to see through that. Just moving my ring over because it keeps swiveling round. See, I like it on that finger. I prefer it on that finger than that finger, but it keeps swiveling, so it's annoying me. Okay, so I'm just adding the lines to all the wee little leaves in soft suede, and then I want to go back over some of these areas and just add, you know, just something of interest down here to counteract the solidity of those leaves that I've done. There we go. All right, likey. Now we've still got a few little gaps here and there. I think I might just fill it with, I don't want to do the inside bits, I just want to do the outside. Oh, hidden that stem. There we go. I'm just looking for the spaces now, sort of between flowers, where you think, well, where I think that there wouldn't be spaces. They'd all be clumped together because they're like a big bush or something. So just adding, yeah, so like here. Okay, maybe one up here. Okay, right, let's stop that. So, as I said to you, this piece of paper already has some score lines in it, and it's to make a bag, so I will do that now. If you want to know how to do this, I have got a video. So I'm just looking for my, where's my bone folder gone? Oh, just grab one. I will try and link it in the description. So these were pre-scored because I was running an event where there was a lot of ladies that had to do stamping, and I thought, wouldn't it be fun if I pre-scored and all they had to then do was kind of assemble the bag afterwards. So these are just like leftovers from that event. So it's just a tip for any of you who are doing workshops or WI events, or even if you're sitting on a stall and you want people to have an opportunity to stamp something and make a whole project in one go. And by doing this, it just, you know, helps cut down the time. Right, I'm going to use some of my tear tape. So I'm putting it quite close to the fold there. Just realised I do actually need to cut some slits into this. So you don't need this section here. And you don't need that, or that, or that. Now you could cut the little slit there, but I don't tend to do that, and I'll tell you for why. It actually helps you to square it up later on. Right, so you just fold in that section there, push down the tear tape, tearing tape, or the terrible tape, as I like to call it. Pull off those. And push down. Okay, so that's easy peasy. If you want to do extra burnishing, you can. You just want to make sure it kind of like folds nicely both ways. Right, I'm just going to lift the camera a little bit. Just ordered this bund as well as some of the outgoing. Oh, nice. Okay, so the side that I didn't cut, that one there, that's the side that I want to put my glue on. So, because I'm going to line that up with the side so I know that that's square. Oh, hold on. Yeah, there we go. Well, it doesn't look square because, oh well, I must have done something, scored something not quite right. But anyway, it's good enough for me. That one. Although some people would like to have that one as the final one to stick down because that's the front. So it's up to you, because that's the back, because that's where the seam is. Oh well, I'll do it that way, but I'll just tuck in that squared one so that I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so a bit of terrible tape on there. A bit of terrible tape on that one. Doesn't it make a cute bag? Just going to cut that off. So cute. It's starting to get cold. Right, so I'd like to look down it to make sure it's squared. But also, because I didn't cut that off, that's helping me too. There we go. So then all you need to do is then pinch and sort of push, put with your finger, push that in and then close that to make a nice little bag. How sweet is that? Right, the flowers look embroidered to me. Love. Yeah, they do. That's a really good point. Right, so thank you everybody for joining. I'll just go over the colours with you. So I use very vanilla cardstock. And I use the same set of colours for both projects. So we have Cajun Craze, Calypso Coral, Cajun Craze, Calypso Coral, Pale Papaya, Sahara Sand, Soft Suede and Mint Macaron, and where's Soft Succulent gone? Oh, here it is. There we go, Soft Succulent there. So for this project I didn't use any of the greens. I just used the browns and the sort of the corally based colours. So I might need this set, lol. Of course you need it, of course you do. You're welcome, Jam. So there we go. So this design can, if I can grab my little thingy-majiggies. Oh, it's got ink on it. But that's how you can cut that up. So this, if you cut it up this way, you end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with a lot of flowers on. And then you end up with 1, 2, 3, 4 with not so many flowers. So for example, if you wanted to use that one as your piece for your front of the card, you could maybe use that as an inside panel, because then you would have space, or say that one, you'd then have space to write in it. So that's an option. The other one is just to cut it into 4, like so. And there you have the flowers running through, and you've got a nice decent amount of white space if you wanted to add sentiments. And actually these sentiments are really quite tiny, so you can, you know, just pop them in, and they don't overpower the card, you know, they look, you know, it's very dainty. Right, any other questions? So now I've broken into the stamp set, I'm really quite excited to see what else it can do. But I love this because I want to teach my ladies how they can use that one stamp set. So tonight you have seen Petal Park in action, and that's all I used for this stamped one sheet wonder. So I know sometimes people get a bit upset with me for using too many stamp sets. I didn't tonight, everybody. So, you know, this is just goes to show that you can if the stamp set is varied enough, it's got lots to it, then you can use just one stamp set to make a one sheet wonder. So obviously I did use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 coloured inks, but you know, you don't necessarily have to. I could have maybe cut down on the amount of colours I used. So take care, Sahara. Oh my goodness, sorry, I'm yawning now. Oh, who's going to sleep? Who's going to sleep? Right, there we go. So Petal Park, gorgeous stamp set. And then if you wanted to have a go mixing it up a bit more with Sentimental Park, you do have that rather large sort of forget-me-not looking flower, and then that fabulous cluster with those little berry type things. And oh my goodness, I didn't even go into using this hashy thing. I love this, but not got round to using it yet. So I should have used it on there. Never mind. That is a great little filler stamp. So there we go. Right, thank you so much everybody for joining me. Under an hour today. Wow, gosh, that's unlike me. So you're very welcome, Shaz. Thank you. Thank you. You're awesome. Oh, good night, Shaz. Sleep well, my darling. Yeah, sleep well. Have you got your kit yet? This is so confusing. I've got like 3 Shazes in my life right now. I've got Shaz Wales, Shaz in my downline, and Shaz Connerbeer. So yeah, it does get confusing. Thank you, Janice. Thank you. Right, I don't know what we're going to be doing tomorrow, but I'll try and get on and do a live tomorrow, God willing. So rest well, everybody, or have a great day wherever you are, and take care. And thank you for all the new folks that joined. Please remember to subscribe. You can do that so you can find me again. And yeah, do check out my Facebook group, Artful Stampin Space. Bye.